healthy, we can change their mindsets, we can stop being bought by some politicians. And I think Senator Coco will expound on this later on. We can all think properly, and therefore a corrupt-free country. Easier said than done, but I'm very optimistic it can be done a little at a time with everybody's help. This is only the beginning of our projects. We are now qualified to receive grants from foundations, meaning, for example, $300 was transmitted to Miss Anita in Bremerton that she was supposed to cable me to present to Treasurer Lilia today. I don't know, I haven't checked my email yet, but Dr. Emil Rubidera, my former classmate in Arellano, I asked him to buy some of the mugs, the very, very good fundraising idea again by Miss Baby Tan here. Don't forget to give me the 10 mugs to deliver. The $300 will be some, I hope she doesn't gamble it away at the casino though. Okay. So this is only the beginning of our projects. We are now qualified to receive grants from foundations. We have members working on that project. See us grow by joining OFCI. Congratulations to our elected officials, our executive board. We must go back to work. And so I yield about 1 minute of my remaining time to Al Selby, my adopted son here, who is blind actually. And if somebody could escort him to the lectern here, Freddie. And one of the things, and although he always claims that he doesn't remember, one of the things that happened at Asiana Airlines during our flight was he suffered a seizure. And he always denies that. He never remembers his seizure. Anybody seen any person having a seizure? We have ambulance ready here. You can have a seizure at any time.
Thank you everybody for welcoming me here. And I'm the smartest guy I know, scientist, it's great to be here. And, you know, every group is only as important as the individuals. And the group can make an impact, but it comes from the individuals. And the old expression from my country in LA, California, is that one vote can, and I'm here to assure you, can make a difference. Never forget that. One example, we had back 30 years ago a big power system idea, and it was estimated to cost $40 billion. This is 30 years ago. And all the government agencies said, we need this, we have to have this, we have to have unlimited electricity generation. Well, who's paying for it? You know? Well, they didn't care. You know, raise the taxes. The government bureaucrats ordered this be done, and one congressman, just one, out of 435 members of Congress in Washington, D.C., a guy named Jim Weaver, stood up and opposed this and said, we don't. Conservation will generate far more unused electricity than spending this money. We can't afford it. It's way too big. The infrastructure, the qualification studies don't add up. Nothing adds up. And why this was sent down to people's throats, I have no idea. Well, nobody listened to Congress for the first year, for the first 6 months, for the first 2 years. But when the results came in, they challenged it, they canceled it, it was never built, and $40 billion were saved from the taxpayers of Washington State, which is where this was coming from. So, again, one person can make a difference. And I know that, as Mr. Feliciano pointed out, we're not here to be religious, but if you'll forgive me, I had a life-changing experience. And there is a God. And I don't think that referencing God is being too religious. I mean, I'm old-fashioned. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sectarian. I'm not saying you have to be an evangelist. I'm not saying that OFCI has to go out there and proselytize for people to be a member of a sect or a church. But to say that we don't advocate God. All of us in the entire world are going back to where we came from. And I think you know where we all came from, and we're all going back there, and let's lead the way. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a privilege and an honor for me to be chosen by OFCI to introduce our guest of honor for today's installation of the Philippine Chapter's officers. Alam niyo po, lilinawin ko lang kasi tinatawag ako senador eh. Pero sa totoo po, yung mga those who doesn't know about this, it's a joke. No? Ito po ay biruan.
It's not a joke, no.
Actually, my task here is to introduce for me a real senator. Our guest of honor is a practicing lawyer. He finished his BS Mathematics at the Ateneo de Manila University. He completed his Bachelor of Laws at the University of the Philippines. And in 1990, he topped the bar exam. He ranked #1 in 1990. And since then, he practiced his profession as a lawyer and became a commissioner of the National Youth Commission representing Mindanao. He is married to the former Binibining Pilipinas Universe, Jewel May Lubaton, and he is blessed with 2 sons, Aquilino Martin, the 6th, and the other one, Akio, who is 1.5 years old, is also named Aquilino, the 7th. And he is a doting son to an illustrious father, no less than the former Senate President. It is my honor, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our guest of honor, Attorney Aquilino Coco Pimentel III.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Thank you, June. I don't know why they call you ex officio. Why not senator? So, good morning to all of you. Magandang umaga po. Maayong buntag. Kaninyong tanan. Para po yun sa mga kausing siblings who are from South Cotabato. Si Japo already knows probably Cebuano because of his frequent trips to Butuan City. So, salamat po sa inyong, thank you for inviting me to be your installing officer and to give you a brief inspirational message. So, I've noticed from your tarpaulin streamer here that this is the first installation of the Philippine chapter. So, meaning to say that this organization must be a young organization. I say, Mr. Feliciano, I failed to get the history.
I know.
Because I was trying to get the history because I'm also new to this organization. So, from my talk with Mr. Aguilar, this was established internationally in year 2006. And the purpose, okay, you should not use the organization for religious debate, discussion, and even political. That's what. But There is no escaping actually, this is the Philippine chapter. In the Philippines, there is no escaping politics.